Hello, everyone. I am SS, the showstopper, and I'm coming to you today with a message, one that's simple and as plain as possible. Today is the 12th of August, 2023. I hope everybody is doing fine. I'm unable to be as often as I am or as often as I was on the internet and uploading videos due to the fact that I have other engagements and stuff that I definitely have to attend to. I do apologize for my absence and for those who enjoy watching my videos and my channel and stuff like that. I do apologize for it, but let's get into it. Now I've seen a video, right? And before I say that, before I address such issue, let me say this. There are some people who have the Benjamin Button syndrome, where the older they get, it's not necessarily the younger they look. They actually behave more immature. They actually behave more stupid, or they behave stupider. Stupider is the word. The older they get, the stupider they behave. The more immature they are, and they think it's cute. They think it's something attractive. They think it's a compliment because they're so lost. They don't even know right from wrong. They don't even know good from bad. The older they get, the more immature they really are. You understand me? And because of such ignorance, they actually think it's okay. Now, I've seen a video going around where Tony Matterhorn was addressing younger artists, and he was speaking specifically saying that the selectors that are in their circle that is playing their music, they need to give them more recognition, and they need to, go with them, there's some truth to his argument. However, the way how he structured the message, very disrespectful, very unbecoming. And one of the problems in life is that a lot of times we tend to think, and I was just speaking to a friend recently, and I was saying to him that, all your life you can be doing something one way, and it has worked for you throughout your life, but that doesn't mean it was the right way all along. It doesn't mean that it was right. You can be right, and you can also be wrong while right. The way you were going about it or the method was incorrect all along. You're never too old to learn. And that's what I like about older people who are forward thinking. They're willing to accept, they're willing to appreciate, they're willing to listen, they are willing to learn so they can make different choices or better choices and stuff like that. And I look into the way how the message was constructed or the message was sent to the younger artists, and he called a few names, which means that he's speaking to them directly. And I need to say this to people who are on the internet. When you're speaking about someone, when you upload or when you're going live and you speak to a specific person, once you're on the internet, you are speaking to two people. You are speaking to the world, and when you call someone's name, you are speaking to them or about them directly. So in case you didn't know, once you turn on your live, once you upload a video and you speaking of someone or you're sending a message to someone, you are speaking to that person and you're also speaking to the world. The message that Tony Matterhorn was sending to the younger artist was extremely disrespectful in the way it was constructed. And he knows that. He knows that. And if he doesn't, then that's even worse. Because who the hell wants to associate themselves with an older selector or older individual that's that stupid, who doesn't know right from wrong? You could never in your right mind construct a sentence or sending out a message to younger artists and think that you can use so much expletives in it and stuff like that and addressing them as pitney and those kind of things. Then if you're addressing them as such, is that the way you address your children? Because I'm sure you have children that are way younger than them. Do you address your kids that way? If you address your kids that way, that is between you and them. But you can't believe or think in your mind that you are going to address other people's children and think it's okay to do it in that specific way. And there are so many of you on the internet that are doing it and catching trouble. You see, one thing in life I realize is that energy, is all around us. And when you decide to project negative energy constantly to the point wherein you guys is thinking that it is positive, you're actually fooling yourself, because you will never get anything positive from it. I'm sure none of the artists, you couldn't possibly expect the artists, any one of them, to upload a video or go live and say, yes, Matterhorn, what you said was so right and you were so true. No, what you said was foul. What you said was very disrespectful, rude, abrupt, and you don't care. And then when the youth, who is it, Kraff, when Kraff decided to respond to you and tell you his mind, then you're going to upload a video and threatening the youth and tell him who you know all over the world. Listen, one thing you need to understand, in case you don't know again, Mr. Benjamin Button, one thing you need to know, you see gangs, every gang have rivals. So it matters not who you know all over the world. Every gang have rival. And if you calling out this name, that name, and where you are, they have a rival. So Kraft might not do anything, but the rival or the up certainly will, or certainly might. So just to see how stupid you behave at your age, what does that say about the society? You're going forward and you're going backward at the same time. You don't know left from right. You don't know in from out. You don't know up from down. And it is a sad day. It is a very sad day in black men, wherein you think that that's the best way at your age to address a younger person or a younger person who is an artist. And then when they say that you are fighting against them, you say that we're not fighting, we're giving you constructive criticism. That's not constructive criticism. That is not constructive criticism. That is outright disrespectful and rude. And that's the energy that you project. That's the one that you will get back. That's the one that you will get back. It matters not what your message was about. It was very disrespectful. If anybody wants to go back and listen, they can go back and listen it. I listen to the message because I'm not certainly going to address something that I'm ignorant of. The way you sent out the message was very disrespectful, and you actually thought that you were going to get a positive feedback. You are crazy. Not only are you stupid, you are crazy. And I'm not afraid to say it. You are stupid. What you were doing all along, you thought that it worked. And you're telling people that you're a madman and you're this. Oh, yes, well, then you need an injection. You probably need an injection and a straight jacket. This kind of buffoonery behavior and promoting this kind of stupid lifestyle and thinking that it is cool and it's okay at your age, it is sad. Clearly you want to be relevant same way as a top selector. I see Mighty Crown going viral every time, and it's always something that has to do with a dance party, with the Jamaican scene. You understand me? It always has to do with a dance party with Jamaican music and Jamaican culture in Japan. I don't hear him. I'm not saying that he doesn't have feud with people. I'm just not seeing it on the internet. But every single time you are out there, you're in feud with somebody and you're talking about you don't argue with Pitney, argue with big bad people like Bounty Killer, and Bounty Killer not answering you. You understand me? What is wrong? It's like you guys, the older you get, I don't know, it is stupid, and you think that it's okay to come on the internet and showcase your stupidity and think it is cool, it is cute, it is attractive. No, it is not. It looks ugly, it looks distasteful, it is very unattractive, and there is nothing good that comes from it. Hence the response you got. So you should have taken it. You should have taken it. You shouldn't have uploaded another video and threatening the artist. I'm talking about the very driver that bring him around is your link and your people. Who cares? Who cares? What you're going to do? You're going to call him to tell him to beat him up, to tell him to rob him, to tell him to shoot him. That's what you're going to do, all because you decide to be disrespectful. You understand me? You don't look within yourself and see that, listen, me try to see if I can structure the message as respectful as possible. No, because you tell yourself that you don't owe anybody any respect. You see one thing? You see when you don't respect yourself, you can't respect anybody, you know. So when you're telling yourself that I don't owe that particular person any respect or anything, you're telling the world that you don't respect yourself because you don't care how the person is going to react or respond to you. You don't care if they belittle you. You don't care if they demean you, if they berate you. You don't care because you don't respect yourself. So you don't care how you are represented. How can you sit down and decide to address the artists, them, and they style them up as Pitney and one bag of bad word, one bag of big dirty bad word them? You decide to tell the young artists and expect that they should respect you. And what's with the upheaval? You guys are in music for such a long time. Where's on the stage coach classes? Where's your showmanship class? You understand? Where's the voice training class? Where's the improvise or they engage on the stage with the crowd? Where's the class? None of you have a module. None of you. And when Mr. China or Mr. Whiteman decide to come and bring his module to make these artists pivot their career to the next level, you don't come and say, oh, them bad mind, and a white man I get here, and a white man I this. You guys are sitting there, you make so much money out of music. So much money because you don't love to talk on no richer, on no selector, on no richer than everybody else, on no richer than artists, on no get more gal. than this and that. With this stupid mentality. You understand me? So what is the legacy that you have left behind for the younger artists to follow that module in order to perfect their craft? Explain that. You don't. What you do is that you upload video, and every day you and somebody, every time it's somebody you and them having feud. You upload video, you address people disrespectfully. They're going to respond disrespectfully. You should just take it and run with it. What kind of mentality is that? And it just speaks volume. It speaks volume to the type of mind and the type of behavioral pattern that is common among black men. The who want to be a leader, who claim that they are a natural leader. Every black man is not a natural leader. Even the very Bible, there were prophetess Deborah, the prophet Elisha, the female prophetess. These women were prophetess because what? At the time, there weren't any men that were qualified for the position. God did not ordain them. So they could not have gotten the position. It was women who had to lead. And it is a very sad day to think that you're a leader and a male and you're addressing young male artists out there, and that's the best way. You could have sit down and think of how to address them. That's the best way you could have structured your message to send them. And then you're hiding behind the fact that you're mad. So if you're mad and that is your excuse, then you need to find yourself at an institution and come off the internet, because saying that you're mad is not glamour. It's not glamour. There are psychotic people out there that take out people on a daily basis. There's nothing good that comes from mental illness. It's not something to parade. It's not something to showcase. You couldn't out of your clothes and decide to address the youth. They have mothers, they have fathers, they have peers. And that's the best way you're going to address the young artists them. So your message is null and void. Your message turned carrion. Your message turned garbage. It went to the dumpster. It was shredded. Because you used the most disrespectful connotations to describe the artist and to address them. So at your age, if you can't learn, you never will. And it is a sad, sad day. Because it's going to show this is the success of black men through entertainment. As selector, when they reach here, they don't learn. And they're nameless. All your work, you die nameless. Nobody honoring you. Nobody acknowledging you. Nobody respecting you. Sky Juice in our music all along else. Jagga B, there is Weepo, there is so many other selector. I don't see them and young people in a no war and going on the internet and what is the matter? I don't see them. I don't see them on the internet. Them and young artists, them in a one heap of baga and you understand me? I don't see that. So what's with you? Something is serious when you're talking about you look young and you look no, you're actually stupider. That's what has become of you. So not because you can blend in or you can shave off the grown hair that's on your face, if there was any to begin with, and stuff like that. You look your age. You look your age, and you need to act your age. And if you believe that you look younger, you still need to act your age and behave mature. You should be coming as a mentor if you're going to address them. What angle are you addressing them from? As a mentor, as a leader, as a selector, as a father? I hear Vegas the other day was saying something and it was very profound. Selecting don't need talent. You only need to have a few music in the mix and take up a mic and describe underneath people. And describe people, parents and people underneath and all these kind of things. And there goes your job. You're a selector. There goes your job. You're a selector. Other credible people, they go and they play places and stuff like that, and people enjoy themselves and they go home. You understand me? You guys have used to being so disrespectful. That's why nobody in the world really respect the music and respect the music coming out from Jamaica like that. Because it's pure disrespect. It's said to demean people, to bully people, to target people. It's misogyny also. And it's said to target people who you believe are weak. And you're telling the young man that you have link here, so you have link all over, you have link and for gang and this you know and all these kind of things. Every gang have a rival. Every gang have rivals. Every gang have rival. So Kraff don't have to do you anything. You can shoot your own self in the leg. And you don't even realize it. It's unfortunate that the young man had to go on his live and address you that kind of way. It is very unfortunate. But it is even more unfortunate that an older person who has been in the music for so long is still a dunce. Is still a still. Now you see how foolish, is still stupid, is still mad. Now you see how foolish this all look. Who should I give the right to? Nobody get right. You decided to upload and you decided to disrespect a young man. Disrespect people. You don't know them from anywhere. They do not know you. You decide to send a message to them. And the best way you could have sent the message is to be disrespectful to them. And at the end of the day, you're coming up and saying that this and who, when are they far and who not they far and who are you? Who cares? This is 2023. Everybody has the potential to be a dangerous individual. This is 2023. You have to know you're addressing people, kids. You have to know, because I'm sure you don't want somebody, your daughter decide to do dance or music or whatever career path she decide to pursue, or working for somebody 9 to 5. And when they decide to go to work, that's how the boss is addressing them. That's how the boss chooses to address them. You understand me? Today for me, tomorrow for you. You have kids. And if you have children, you need to know how to address people, children. Because it can be their day tomorrow and you won't be there to defend them or to protect them. And they're going to sit and wonder, what me do? What me do in a life make this happen? No, the seed you sow. The father sowed the sour grape and set the children teeth at edge. So you're weaving and weaving and weaving and weaving the web of disrespect and who it fall back on. The Bible talk about it catching the third and the fourth generation. If you're thinking these are certain things, you have to be careful of what you're putting out there. Because the kids can end up with the karma of it. Kraff is somebody's son. Marley Dan is somebody's son. Pablo YG is somebody's son. Briscoe, you're talking about Briscoe. Briscoe doing shows. Briscoe doing shows. Briscoe putting out music. What are you talking about? Everybody not going to have a hit song all day, every day. It doesn't work like that. None of them are signed either. None of them are signed to any major label. There is not one major label out there that sign any of these artists. They have to go in their pocket and take out their own money. And let me say this again. I'm glad I remember this. Any artist out there who have to pay their way through, whether it be to a selector, whether it be to a radio station in Paola, or they have to pay producer, or pay anybody out there to voice this, to do that, they owe you nothing. The artists owe you nothing. They bought their way into music. They owe you nothing. Zilch, nada, nothing. You are owed nothing. Once they had to pay their way. You don't know what artists go through. There are a lot of artists getting used. There are a lot of artists getting tricked, getting robbed. And people think that him have 7 million and him have 10 million. Him have how much million he drive up a big Benz. And they rent the Benz to go studio to put on a facade because what? Producer not looking at them. If him take a taxi go studio. So him have to put on a glamour. Him have to put on a filter. Him have to airbrush him image. Him have to filter him image. And when uno come now, uno feel say the artist owe uno the world. The artist them turn around. I hear Foot Hype himself come and talk. Oh, conscience give him money. This a man I won't give him money. That they don't owe him anything. And he's still in the back of my head thinking that artists don't owe you once the person had to pay their way through. They owe you nothing. Any artist that take out their money out of their pocket and have to pay a producer, have to pay a selector, have to pay dancers, have to pay promoter, turn around and pay a promoter because you can buy your way on a show. Pay a promoter, pay a studio engineer, pay all these type of people, pay a radio station. They owe you nothing. You are owed nothing. You move on. Move on. Move on. That's the game that you guys set. They didn't set it. That's the game you guys set. And they're playing in a ball field, so what happened now? Why you want them to be grateful for what? They have to pay their way through. They have to pay their way through. So there's no gratitude in it. There's nothing to be grateful for. They pay you to play the music. You play the music on STFU. Nobody owe you anything. The ones who you played for free and you do this for free and such like that, and they turn around, yeah man, they owe you. They owe you and they give you something. And you say, okay, you boss him and you this. Oh, yeah, you go ahead and you run with that all the days of your life. You're going to sit down and run and talk about all who your boss and all who you this and all to get clout. And they still not, I'm sure they're not looking at you. That's why I keep bringing it up. They're not looking at you. They are not looking at you. They have their own problems to deal with. They are not looking at you. So if you want to get back on the good side or keep relevance in the music with younger artists, that's not the way to approach it. In case you didn't know, let me educate you. What you want to do is to see if you can contact them and say you're playing here and there and here and there. Let's see how we can meet and we can carry your songs them to #1 and stuff like that. And me can help with that. This is where me come in as a select or I come in as a selector and stuff like that. You contact them personally and you speak off here. Or probably you did it and you didn't like the response from one. You didn't like the response from one. The possibility exists. That's the case. You didn't like the response from one. So just rubbing out everybody. And say that, oh, I'm constructive and you know, like listen and you know this and you know that and you know. Who gonna listen to you? What angle are you coming from to earn respect? You're coming from an angle of disrespect and you want respect. No, it doesn't work like that and you probably never will get it. Amen. So let it be.